broadcasting more than 2,000 games live and archived in 15 sports in over 10 counties in western Pennsylvania, as well as being the exclusive home for all the WPIAL playoffs and championships for nearly 2 decades. Anytime, anywhere, always there. We are the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Welcome to exclusive coverage of the 2018 WPIAL basketball playoffs, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. The Path to the Peak at tribhssn.triblive.com is sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, home of the Stay Strong and Play On program. By Seton Hill University, This Way Up. By Excella Health, proud sponsor of the Trib High School Sports Network studios. By AstroTurf. By Carlow University, sponsor of the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs. And by Trib Total Media.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Petersen Events Center. It's Class 4A in the Girls' Championship between the Beaver Bobcats and the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojanettes. Trojanettes, the number 1 seed, the Bobcats, the number 3 seed. I'm Cory Campano alongside my partner, Ed Troup. Ed, very interesting matchup here this evening. We've got a Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic team here all the time, it seems, trying to repeat yet again versus a Beaver Bobcat team, first time ever that they're at the trip to the Pete.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Cory. This is a very talented Trojanette basketball team once again here in 2018. And they're led by their big three. The big three tonight, they're all underclassmen, led by Kylie Lewandowski. And Lewandowski's a three-point shooter, had 20 points the other night in that big victory against Central Valley in the semifinals out at Moon just last Monday night. Tess Meyers, also a big key to victory for the Trojanettes, a 5'9" sophomore. She's an outside and inside player. She can make things happen all over the court. Scored 17 points the other night. And Danny Short, 6'1" junior, 3-year starter, scored 6 points in the big win on Monday night.
Molly Rotman, head coach of the Trojanettes, in her 19th season. She's won over 400 WPIAL wins as a coach, 6 WPIAL titles. On the other side, the Beaver Bobcats, we just mentioned, not here often, but a very experienced team, and that's kind of the reason that they're here, Ed.
Yeah, 3 big senior players, Cory, for the Bobcats that have led them to this championship game here in Class 4A, led by Bella Posset. Possett's a 5'8" senior, averaging 20 points per game, scored 15 points just a couple weeks ago in the quarterfinal win against Belle Vernon. She's a Robert Morris recruit. Also, Sydney Barney, we'll be calling her name quite a bit here tonight. She's a 5'9" senior, averaging 12 points per game. She had 16 in that win against Belle Vernon a couple weeks ago. And Paige Ziggis, a 5'6" senior. She's a three-point shooter, Cory, so they'll look to get the ball outside to her quite a bit here tonight. She had 14 points, 3 threes against the Leopards just a couple weeks ago.
They can play inside, they can play out. Also, along with Ziggis, you'll see Barney launch from deep. She's a Division II recruit, Division II school, Damon in New York. Greg Houston is the head coach of the Beaver Bobcats. This is his 9th season. When you talk about the Beaver Bobcats as well, Ed, you talk about that offensive prowess. You just said with the 3 players, though. Defensively is where Beaver has been able to step it up. If they can run defensive sets, kind of force North Catholic to be uncomfortable, that's going to be their best chance in this game tonight.
Absolutely. They were averaging 43 points per game given up on the season has Beaver. This is a team that's won 9 straight games coming in, Cory. So Greg Hudson's team, they are peaking when they want to be right here tonight in this championship game. 9-1 in their last 10 games. Cory, they haven't lost a game since January 16th at Mohawk, and that was a close game, 46-44. So for all intents and purposes, they've played really good basketball here in the second half of the year.
Maybe their most memorable loss last season in the semifinals in these WPIAL playoffs, losing to Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic 59-49. They then lost in the first round of the state playoffs. We are got the stoppage on the clock here. We're getting ready to go at the Petersen Events Center. They are lining up for the National Anthem and starting lineups. we will kick it down to our man, Mr. Don Rebel, who will announce lead into the playing of the national anthem here. Please stay tuned.
You are providing a sound example for students as well as representing your community and school with dignity and pride. Please give the student athletes involved your positive encouragement and support. The WPIAL wishes everyone a positive, exciting, and meaningful championship experience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this event without the express written consent of the WPIAL is prohibited. We now ask you to please rise as we honor America. For the singing of the national anthem this evening, Emily Greger, a junior at Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets recollect the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Emily Greger.
Emily Greger, a terrific job with the singing of our national anthem. Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic in the all-white jerseys, red numbers, yellow trim. Beaver in their maroon jerseys, with the gray numbers. Bobcats across the front.
Following
Kick it back to
contest
Don
is for
Rebel
the
for the
2018
starting lineups here in tonight's game.
WPIAL Girls Class 4A Championship. And it pits the defending champions, the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojans at 21-3, with victories over Ambridge and Central Valley on their path to the Pete, against the Beaver Bobcats with a record of 18-5 and wins over Bell Vernon and Blackhawk on their path to the Pete. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the Beaver Bobcats. Number 1, Emma Pavlik. Number 12, Camille Montero. Number 34, Paige Ziggis. Number 30, Sydney Barney. And number 4, Bella Posset. The head coach of the Beaver Bobcats is Greg Houston. And now the starting lineup for the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojans. Number 1, 5'4" senior, Ashley Robbins. Number 21, a 6-foot sophomore, Kylie Lewandowski. A 5'9" sophomore, number 23, Tess Meyers. A 6'1" junior, number 24, Danny Short. 5'6" senior, number 33, Karanikos. The head coach of the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojans, Molly Rotman. Our officials for this evening's championship contest, Keith Genicola, Margot Hinton, and Jim Hastings.
Boy, Ed, it seems like Don Rebels just made for that spotlight there. We've got a great one on contest here. 4A Girls Basketball Championship live from the Petersen Events Center. Ed Troup with me. I'm Cory Campano. This the third of our 4 games here, the Path to the Pete, which has come to an end here this evening. The Beaver Bobcats' first trip here. Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic looking for its 18th girls WPIAL basketball title, and they are the number 1 seed and wearing white tonight, Ed.
Yeah, they defeated Blackhawk last year to Molly Rotman's basketball team. You see her right there on the bench. Legendary girls head basketball coach in the WPIAL, trying to get North Catholic their 18th title. Cory, here we go.
She has 1 state title, 2 state runner-ups. She won 3 WPIA titles as a player. We are underway. Tip 1 for the Trojanettes, and they will go to work. That was Lewandowski winning the tip. Now it's Danny Short on the right wing. And a roll back to the top. Little screen there, and Tess Meyers takes it. Beaver opening up in the man-to-man defense, and Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic with that methodical offense will go to work.
They're going to try to work the ball in the paint as Short all night long, as they did right there.
Short thought she had an and 1 originally, but the foul was called as an on-the-floor foul. Danny Short trying to cut inside 2 defenders. Believe they might have got Sydney Barney for the foul there.
Beaver foul number 30, Sydney Barney.
Yep, they got Barney, first foul of our game here in the opening 30 seconds.
Little backdoor cut off the inbound, missed the layup for Robbins. Rebound for Camille Montero. She'll do a lot of work down low for the Bobcats. Beaver works on offense.
Key for Beaver to get off to a good start, not only defensively, but of course offensively too. See if the Bobcats can build a little bit of a lead here against the number 1 seed here early on to work to their benefit.
Working outside, Paige Ziggis, great 3-point shooter. Hands off there, Bella Posset, the Robert Morris recruit. Leading scorer for the Bobcats, swings it right wing. Now it's worked back up top. Montero, no look inside, so she kicks to the freshman Emma Pavlik. Driving and a floater that's way off. Rebound for the Trojanettes and Karanikos.
Well, one thing Beaver's going to have to deal with underneath, Cory, is the size advantage that North Catholic brings. We'll talk about that throughout the night. Lewandowski, 6 foot. You got Karanikos, she's 5'6". Some big size underneath for the Trojanettes.
Double dribble called against Karanikos for the Trojanettes. So ball back to the Beaver Bobcats. 6:48 and counting. No score yet here in the 4A championship game from the Petersen Events Center. Sydney Barney at the top of the key. Hands there, Posset gets a screen from Barney, looks for an opening right side. Dribble in, floater in the lane, it's short, and the rebound into the hands of Trojanettes player Kylie Lewandowski. She goes length of the floor, whole way, left-handed layup, cannot finish. There's a lid on each end right now as Bella Posset runs into the forecourt.
Well, Posset, the leader, the senior leader on this Bobcat basketball team. She will get things going here throughout the night.
Little floater from Montero. Air balls, misses everything. Tess Meyers now. Transition, elbow jumper. Rolls off the rim, no good.
And North Catholic getting some good looks here early on. Cory just can't get any shots to fall. That's what, 2-3 possessions now down court. Wide open shots, but as you said, just can't get the bucket.
Here's Posset now. Top of the key, gets a pick from Montero. Outside, Ziggis will launch a 3. It's short. Rebound fought for down low into the hands of Danny Short, and once again, an empty possession.
There's that 6'1" frame by Short that we talked about, using that size to her advantage, box out defenders, and get the rebound.
Senior Ashley Robbins, one of just a few seniors on this team, hands to Tess Meyers. Meyers drive, jumper from the right elbow, back rim too long, and a nice job by Emma Pavlik to pull down the rebound. Bobcats the other way.
Yeah, Bobcats are going to slow things down a little bit here. They've prevented North Catholic from scoring on their first, 4 or 5 possessions.
Now Posset drives, and finally we get a bucket here this evening, and it's Bella Posset starts the scoring with that right-hander. 2-0 Bobcats.
As we said, Posset's a guard, 5'8" senior.
Lob inside to Danny Short, and Posset comes over from her backside position, knocks it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Trojanettes. Not exactly the start we figured here so far, Ed. Just 2 points in the first 3 minutes of play, but you have to figure it might help Beaver's cause right now.
Oh, absolutely. When you're the underdog, and again, they're not a huge underdog. They're the 3 seed. They deserve to be here the way they played throughout the year, but facts are facts. Cardinal Wuerl, North Catholic, number 1 seed and legendary number 1 seed. They got a big mountain to climb here tonight against them.
We mentioned the Beaver Bobcats winning 9 in a row to get here as there's a foul at the top of the key. Trojanettes will inbound. 9 in a row wins for the Bobcats to get to their first WPIAL title attempt. The Trojans have not lost to a Class 4A team this year. They lost to Bishop Canevin, a 3A team, and then Peters Township and Bethel Park, 2 6A schools. The drive in off the inbound, a missed floater by Lewandowski. Rebound for Danny Short. She puts it back and draws the foul. Danny Short, the first points for the Trojanettes, and she'll try to make it 3 at the line.
Yeah, Danny Short underneath, goes up, gets the rebound right here, and draws the foul and one, as you said. And again, Short only had 6 points in that semifinal victory, Cory. So for North Catholic, they'd like to see her get into double figures here tonight if they want to be victorious.
Short missing the free throw, but another offensive rebound for Lewandowski. Ball rotation for the Trojanettes. 4.5 we are nearing here in the first quarter. Tess Meyers on the left wing. Dumps down low to Short, and it's knocked out of bounds by Posset. She thought that Danny Short might have touched it last, but nevertheless it will be Trojanette basketball and inbound from the baseline.
And again, that size for North Catholic. Lewandowski at 6 foot, Myers at 5'9", and Short at 6'1". Going to be tough for any team in the WPIL, including Beaver, to have a lot of success in the rebounding category.
Short on the right wing. Dribble drive, kick into Myers. Myers quickly just brings it back out and out to Ashley Robbins. Ziggis out to guard her. Robbins goes right wing. Danny Short, the drive, up and under move, and she walked. Turnover by the Trojanettes. Tried to avoid that defender right in front of her, Ed, and just couldn't keep the feet planted.
Yeah, Short off that right side that time, just trying to drive and get towards the baseline for a possible shot, but right in front of the official. Easy call for the official to make, and a turnover for the Trojanettes.
Toss it across the timeline. Into the corner now, Camille Montero. Not an outside shooter, but does a lot of the dirty work for the Bobcats. Now Posset on the right wing. Dribble drive, kick. Barney will launch a deep 3. It's off. Rebound fought for Montero. There she is, up with the right hand and a score. Camille Montero lays it in.
And Montero goes right back up with it. She's a 5'10 junior forward. Big basket. And here she comes back defensively.
Got a hand on that pass, but right into the hands of Tess Meyers, and now a pass over the head of Danny Short into the Beaver Bobcat bench. Another North Catholic turnover.
You know, it's only a 4-2 lead, Cory, but this is exactly the start that Greg Houston wanted for his basketball team here tonight. They're forcing North Catholic, ready to say North Carolina, it's NC, but either way you look at it, North Catholic into some early mistakes in this game, but can they capitalize more than just 4 points? We'll wait and see.
Kick on the outside. Ziggis will launch a quick 3. It's Short. Myers the rebound. Numbers the other way. She'll take it herself instead and miss a layup. Badly, I might add. Missed far. And Montero grabs the rebound, and then we get a reach-in foul. I believe that was Karanikos reaching in on Montero from the backside. Molly Rotman is going to make 3 changes here. She doesn't like the play that this play has started here for the Trojanettes.
And it's going to empty the bench a little bit here and do a little bit of a change of pace. And we saw Rotman actually do this on Monday night. It was a 10-8 game against Central Valley. They led 10-8 at the end of the first quarter, and midway through gave her starters a little bit of a rest and tried to change things up, and they were able to come back and take a late lead in that first quarter. We'll see if the strategy works again here in this championship game.
Bobcats on offense. Ziggis pass to Montero. She fumbles it at the top of the key and then is knocked over. That's newcomer Cassie Foster who will be charged with the foul. Amanda Bucklew is also checked in along with Emma Pospisil.
Yeah, Foster, she was just trying to get to the basketball there and got between the 2 offensive players for Beaver and collided with them. Got called with the foul.
Bobcats 4, Trojanettes 2. In the first quarter of play in the 4A WPIAL championship game. On the girls bracket, Emma Pavlik driving right side, hands. There's Posset for 3. Got it. Bella Posset
for 3.
And Posset can heat it up from the outside again, averaging 20 points per game. What a big shot and an early lead for the Bobcats.
Now up top, Pospisil will run the point. Hands right wing. Now a toss inside Meyers. Goes to work, a little up and under move past Posset and can't finish. Rebound bounces into the hand of Sydney Barney. Bobcats looking to add to this 5-point lead now. Their defense has really stepped up. Posset, top of the key, looking to spot up again. Instead she'll hand to Barney. Barney on the left wing. It's a pick from Montero. Now looks to drive right side. Shot is contested there and knocked out of bounds on the block by Lewandowski, but it will stay with the Bobcats.
Again, we talked about the Bobcats, the three seniors, Posset, Barney, and Ziggis. If they can get going, as you can see, the ball goes out of bounds, stays with Beaver there. But if they can get these seniors going in this game, and early on, you got Posset and Montero also in there. Montero's only a junior, Cory. She's a 5'10 forward, but making an early impact here.
Emma Pavlik started every game as a freshman this year for the Bobcats. Floats one to the left side, Ziggis. North Catholic has fallen into a zone now.
And I like the strategy here. Beaver taking their time, running some clock. They know they have an early 5-point lead. Don't take any bad shots here. Look for the open shot.
Can certainly run some time when the defense falls into a zone, as North Catholic has done here, and they almost force a turnover, but it lands in the hands of Sydney Barney, who launches a three. No good. Rebound, Danny Short. Trojanettes the other way. Not many shots falling here in this first quarter.
Now both teams have gotten some nice open looks, including that three ball we just saw by Beaver, but just can't get some of these shots to fall. Look,
reach
steal.
there. Pavlik got the hand in there to force the steal. Posset the other way. Spin move up with the left hand. Got it. Wow, what a move.
What?
Bella Posset.
What a move, and you can tell why she's going to Robert Morris right there, Cory. An early 7 points in this basketball game. But how about that spin move?
7 of the 9 for the Bobcats, the senior leader. A little strip from behind on the drive in for Pospisil and landed in the hands of Cassie Foster, who was there, or excuse me, not Foster, Bucklew, who was then fouled.
Amanda Bucklew, a forward, 5'11 senior for Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, headed to the charity stripe.
Emma Pavlik charged with her first team foul. That is the 4th for the Beaver Bobcats. Bucklew will go to the line. Just 2 points for this North Catholic offense with 39.3 left in this first quarter.
Well, in North Catholic's first victory, they had first round bye, of course. First free throw miss there. But the quarterfinals, they beat Ambridge 49-42, but that was a close game, Cory. And talking to head coach Molly Rotman a little bit about that game, they had a lot of turnovers. They missed a lot of free throws in that game. They just missed one right there, and they really enabled Ambridge to stay in that game for a really long time. So that's something tonight we'll have to watch, will be the turnovers and the shots from the charity stripe for North Catholic.
1 of 2 for Amanda Bucklew. And Bella Posset slowly brings it up the floor. Beaver will probably try to hold for one here.
Yeah.
25 and counting. 6-point lead for the Bobcats. Posset. It's a pick from Barney. Goes left wing. Hands to Pavlik. And just perimeter movement now for the Bobcats. They will wait it out till they have to go. Get it back in the hands of Posset. Now 8 seconds. Posset decides to go now. Drives into contact. Throws up a shot that doesn't fall, but North Catholic the last touch. So Beaver still gets a chance to haul one up with 3 seconds left.
I mean, you are holding the number 1 seed to 3 points in the opening quarter of a championship game. Excellent defensive work by the Bobcats to start off this basketball game.
Inbound, they find Ziggis on the wing. She launches a three at the end of the quarter. It's no good. End of 1, Beaver 9, North Catholic 3. Be back for the second quarter of play. You are listening, and you're watching, 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Championship, sponsored by Cardinal University on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using hashtag What Drives You.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Back for the second quarter of play here, the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Ed Troup's with me. I'm Cory Campano. Ed, we didn't get much time to mention in that first quarter. How about this crowd for the Beaver Bobcats? First time here, and the student section just absolutely packed.
Yeah, they've made about the hour trip from Beaver County down here to Oakland, and you're exactly right. And Beaver is a smaller school too, Cory, but they do like their sports out there right off of the 60 exit heading up towards Beaver County. I still call it 60. I think it's 376 now, but it'll always be 60 to me and a bunch of other folks.
Bobcats with the basketball to start the quarter in a 6-point lead. Camille Montero gives to Bella Posset. She has 7 of the 9 points, now looks to drive, kick out to Montero, and now Barney. Barney, pump fake from 3, and will drive right wing to the corner, Pavlik. Pavlik avoids contact, finds Montero down low, but Danny Short gets a piece of it as she goes up for that shot and gets the block. Trojanette basketball.
Unfortunate for Beaver that time. Montero wide open underneath. She gets that ball, that pass cleanly, Cory. That's an easy layup for her, but did not, and North Catholic took advantage and got the basketball back.
Here we go now. Cassie Foster still in the game. Her and Pospisil as well. Right wing Tess Meyers. Meyers, cross court. Lewandowski will drive left hand. Made the move to get around her defender, but can't finish. Little contact down low, no call. Beaver rebound. They'll look to run a bit here. Barney on the right wing will pull it back up now.
Bobcats averaging 53 points per game offensively. And again, Posset with the 20 points per game. Barney averages 12 points per game. And Ziggis, we haven't even seen her take any threes.
And there's a 3. Bella Posset nails it again. 10 of the 12 for Bella Posset. It's now a 9-point lead for the Bobcats.
Well, Bella Posset right now is taking this game on her back. The senior leader for Beaver has extended this lead now to 9. Impressive from the outside, nothing but net.
North Catholic looking for an answer. Tess Meyers. Drive, kick to the corner. Danny Short. Give and go back to Meyers, and Meyers finishes with contact. There's a little spark for the Trojanettes, and it's Tess Meyers, the sophomore guard.
Yeah, she's an outside and inside player. This time she's going to go inside. Look at Short with the pass. Right to her. Goes off the glass, draws the foul. Good work by Short and Meyers.
Meyers at the line now to complete the 3-point play. Does with ease. She's a very, very good free throw shooter. Number 23 in white.
She had 17 the other night in that win against Central Valley out at Moon to get them here to the Pete.
Bobcats. Bella Posset dribbled it off her own foot. Turnover. Other way, Meyers goes one-on-one with Ziggis, and we get a bump foul called before the shot. And it'll go against number 34, Paige Ziggis, the senior guard.
Tess Meyers now, we're talking about Posset taking over this game for Beaver. Maybe it's Meyers will be the answer for Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic.
No timeouts called yet in this game by either side. That was the 6th foul on the Bobcats and 2nd on Ziggis. Bella Posset gets a hand on this inbound pass. Little spacing issue there for the Trojanettes. Didn't seem to find anyone open.
Yeah, good defense by Beaver. The Bobcats covering all possible Trojanette players to inbound that basketball too, and with that, forced it out of bounds. They'll try it again.
Danny Short on the inbound, tries to lob it inside. Double coverage there and tipped away by Montero. Bobcats the other way. Barney, transition 3. Got it. Sydney Barney from the outside, her first bucket, and that's going to force Molly Rotman to take a timeout. 5:41 remaining in this second quarter. 15-6 Bobcats.
And how about the Beaver Bobcats? Greg Houston has to be thrilled with this start in this basketball game as he comes up large, and especially here in the second quarter. 2 threes, Barney and Posset, both from way downtown.
Remember that this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the WPIAL and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited.
And we talked about what Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, they had that close game against Ambridge. They ended up beating Central Valley in the semifinals, Cory, 58-39. But again, that was a close game to start it. It took a 22-6, really North Catholic outscoring Central Valley in that second quarter that really gave them the momentum in that game. But again, this is a team, Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, so talented. Even a 15-6 deficit is not too much for them to be able to come back.
On cue, as you're talking about there, Ed, Danny Short gets a bucket, and what else do you expect out of a Molly Rotman timeout but a bucket?
Coach Rotman's experienced coach. You know in that timeout, she said, hey, look, lots of basketball left in this game. We're talented enough, and I know you can do it. Yeah,
now they force a turnover. Maybe just a miscommunication on the Beaver side, but Trojanettes will certainly take it. They trail by 7 and get the basketball back. Been a very slow start offensively for them. Tess Meyers averages almost 17 points per game. She has just 2 to start this game. Lewandowski driving, little floater, doesn't fall, and 50-50 ball on the rebound will go the way of the Beaver Bobcats, and you saw Sydney Barney let that roll out of bounds. A good decision.
Yep, and for Beaver, you know, they had the big quarterfinal win against the 6th seed Bell Vernon, 63-32. And then the semifinal game last Monday night up at Geneva College in Beaver County, 53-40, beating the 2 seed Blackhawk.
Bobcats look to add to this lead. Sydney Barney patiently awaits at the top of the key, calls out for Montero, and now backs away. She'll cross over. Montero's there for the pick. Barney takes the elbow jumper and banks it home. Sydney Barney with 5.
Sydney Barney.
Yeah, all 5 points here in the second quarter for Barney. Nice kiss off the glass. Wonder if she called it.
Had to have, right? Went in.
Bank.
It's open.
Bank, baby.
Other way, Emma Pospisil goes left wing. Lewandowski, she hasn't gotten a chance to get going. Maybe this is it. No. 3-pointer rattles out. Had a good look there. Posset the rebound. Here come the Bobcats. Bella Posset in transition, goes up and under. Danny Short gets a block again. Her 3rd of the game. Trojanettes will run. Tess Meyers on the left wing. Guarded closely by Posset.
And we'll see if North Catholic tries to speed things up. They're going to slow it down here and reset, but I think North Catholic, they're the type of basketball team that, you know, can attack and really get out in front of things here. If they can be more aggressive on the offensive end and down 17-8, I think you have to be.
Nice drive, but another missed layup. Danny Short the rebound. She misses a layup. That first drive there, Cassie Foster at a wide open lane in an easy right-handed layup.
Man, Short was just trying to go back up with it there underneath. You're going to take a look at it right here, battling, and it was Beaver that came down with the rebound, Montero.
Yeah, and then we get a reach-in foul afterwards. North Catholic just not fluid offensively right now. 3:35 left in this first half, just 8 points. You know, we keep reminiscing about that, but I mean, this team can score. They're just not doing it right now, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, they have the players that can definitely get it done with Lewandowski, and she's been quiet in this game. You know, no points yet, and you look at her from just the other night, she led all scoring against Central Valley with 20 and had 2 threes in that game, scoreless so far here in the first half. So maybe the key for North Catholic is to get Kylie Lewandowski going.
Backdoor cut by Posset, great feed from Barney, and Posset is fouled down low. She'll go to the line. She had her defender totally fooled and went that back door, almost put it in too, but she was hit pretty hard once she caught the basketball.
Yeah, look at this pass. Goes right to her and just bounces off. Danny Short, good D though. Gets called with the foul, but not going to prevent an easy shot from going in, Danny Short.
That's 2 fouls on Danny Short as Bella Posset is short herself on that first free throw. So Danny Short takes a seat. A quick breather for Lewandowski. She'll check back in.
Bella Posset, just so talented. Again, on her way to Robert Morris University.
Can't hit either free throw here. Myers the rebound. North Catholic needed that empty trip, and now they'll try to answer, and Bella Posset be called for a reach-in foul. That's the team's 7th. This is going to be a 1-on-1 opportunity for the Trojanettes. And, Ed, if there's one thing that you can do to get back into the game, that's take advantage of the free ones. They've got to hit these.
Especially in these championship games, Cory, so important. What team will shoot better from the charity stripe, from the free throw line? And again, Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, if there's one part of their basketball team so far in these playoffs that you could kind of look to where they've struggled, it's been right here.
Myers hits the front end of the 1-on-1.
Of course, Tess Meyers says, Ed Troup, shut up. I'm going to make all these shots for you right here.
She's not listening to you.
So,
Very pure shooter. Yeah. Meyers now. Cannot hit the second one. Long rebound, Posset. Immediately turns and goes. Bella Posset to the top of the key. Launches a three in transition. Money. Bella Posset. Stay hot.
3 threes in this first half for Posset.
20-9 in favor of the Bobcats. Bella Posset active defensively as well. Knocks that pass out of bounds, and immediately Molly Rotman goes to the bench. Robbins will check back in for Pospisil.
And again, Posset making those 3 threes in this first half. Nothing but net, too. Wide open looks. Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic has to come back defensively and stop Posset.
Great inbound pass. Myers left wide open on the block. Couldn't make it. Bobcats the other way. Barney, she'll launch a very deep three, and it's short. Posset hustling for the rebound, kept it alive, but right into the hands of North Catholic player Karen Ekos. Now Robbins on the left wing, inside to Myers. Myers threw it away, tipped by Barney. Bodies on the floor, and a couple of them will stay down. Looked like Ziggis took the worst of that.
I thought Posset was fouled underneath. Let's take a look here.
Oh.
Collision, 2, 3, 4 different players. And the call here will go for Beaver basketball, so the Bobcats will retain possession after the foul.
And that was a foul against Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic.
That's their 5th team foul. 5 fouls so far here in the first half against Beaver as well, Cory. So this is a physical matchup so far here in this first half.
No doubt. I mean, the score would show that. Only 29 combined points as we near 2 minutes in this second quarter. Bella Posset again will run the point. Barney back over to Posset, and North Catholic back into that zone.
And if I'm Beaver, I'm in the driver's seat right here. I have a 20-9 lead against the number 1 seed. Run some clock. Don't force any bad shots.
Beaver's been in a lot of close games this season. They know how to play when it's tight. They've been in the lead quite often as well. Not really familiar territory for the Trojanettes. Sydney Barney has it on the right wing. Robbins guards her, so she hands to Pavlik.
That's exactly what Beaver's doing, too. They're keeping the ball on the outside, looking underneath, nothing there. North Catholic playing good defense.
Montero catches it at the elbow, gets by her defender, but then couldn't finish. Looked like she fell also, and Trojanettes will run. Lewandowski into the lane, up with the left hand. Another missed layup for North Catholic. Rebound falls into the hands of Bucklew. She'll drive. A floater is off the glass, too strong. Posset the rebound. Another empty possession for the Trojanettes.
North Catholic, I mean, Beaver's playing good defense, but the looks they've had here in this first half, they just can't get the shots to fall. Simple as that. And I know it has to be frustrating for Molly Rotman's basketball team right now.
Pass to the right wing. That was tipped by Robbins. Bobcats will inbound right in front of the Trojanette bench.
And you see Coach Rotman right there to the right of the inbound, standing up, calling out the signals.
19th year with the Trojanettes as a head coach. Posset, crossover move, kicks to Pavlik. Pavlik drives into contact, missed the shot, no call. Strong rebound for the Trojanettes. They'll look to run. Other way comes Karen Ekos, pulls up on the right wing. They work it up top now, Lewandowski, and we get a foul down low. I believe that's going to be against the Beaver Bobcats. Defending down there was Buckenheimer. It is against Buckenheimer, her first, team 8th, and a 1-on-1 opportunity for Bucklew.
There's the Beaver fans right behind where the free throw shoot will be here, but you can take a look at the replay. And again, Beaver just good defense underneath, and they'll take that foul from Buckenheimer. She's off the bench. She's a sophomore, 5'8" forward, playing good defense, but gets called for the foul.
Craig Houston didn't seem to like it one bit.
No.
Free throw goes down for Bucklew, so this lead cut to 10. Can get it back to single digits here, 47 seconds left in the half.
And just to expand on that thought, Cory, you're going to play tough defense underneath, no easy shots. You're going to get called for a foul here and there, but for the most part, you got to be aggressive defensively against a number 1 seed like Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic.
Bucklew completes her trip with 2 free throw makes, and now Beaver on offense. Montero, the top of the key, back out to Posset. This is again a scenario where the Bobcats can hold for 1. They'll pass it around up top. Barney and Posset play catch. Now Ziggis into the action here. North Catholic extending the zone, but not fully. They're allowing Beaver to stay away from the basket right now.
Again, this Beaver team so talented, haven't lost since January 16th at Mohawk, winning 9 straight games, coming in and leading the #1 seed right now here in the first half.
3 seconds left, 1 second, and that was just not a good trip. We'll see if it counts, though. A left-handed floater, Ziggis threw it up, and it banked home. That's going to count. It's 22-11. Beaver Bobcats with the lead at the end of the first half. Official signals emphatically.
They're still talking at midcourt.
Yeah, they're talking at midcourt, but I think that's going to count at the end of the half, as we will kick it down to James Dotson, who's with head coach Molly Rotman.
Tough shot at the end there, getting in the buzzards. Tough first half altogether, shots not falling on your end.
Right, I mean, we're obviously playing very tight. I mean, we've missed over 14 shots in the paint. We're shooting 18%. I mean, we're getting looks that we want, and we can't convert on it. So, I mean, we just have to get over ourselves. I mean, we're doing all right on the defensive end, holding them to 22 in the first half. I don't have a problem with that, but you got to make some shots, and I think we're playing scared and tentative, and we're missing a ton of layup opportunities.
And what do you tell your team in the locker room to help them get over that?
They got to pick it up. They got to decide. I mean, you either can stay scared the whole game and we'll lose, or you got to man up and play harder. I mean, we're getting good looks. Like I said, we got Barney with 2 fouls. But we're just missing some stuff we don't normally miss, and I would attribute that to nerves.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck second half. Cory and Ed, back to you.
Thank you, James. And you heard it, Ed. Molly Trauma, I mean, there's a lot that she said there that makes sense. They pretty much just have to be better.
Well, that's exactly what we were talking about during that first half. They've had a ton of open looks, especially in that first quarter, and that's the momentum, Cory, in a basketball game. When you're the favorite, you want to come out, make those easy hoops, get the scoring going early, take advantage, get all the momentum. Don't let the underdog in this game. Well, they let the underdog in the game. Coach Rotman thinks it's nerves. I think it's just simply missed shots, maybe a combination of some nerves too, but for the most part, he just could not get any shots to fall in that first quarter. It continued in the second quarter, and with that, they have the big lead here at the half.
We'll go more in depth with that after this break. It's 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Championships, sponsored by Cardinal University here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
380 Discount Warehouse in Murraysville carries a full line of brand new furniture at discount pricing. 380 Discount Warehouse carries Ashley, Liberty, Vaughn Bassett, and Best Home Furniture, and many more. You can special order your furniture at discount pricing. While you're there, shop the many other departments, including tools, automotive, food, pet and wildlife, household goods and cleaning supplies, lawn and garden, and seasonal holiday decor. Visit them on the web at shop380.com or on the road at Route 380 in Murraysville. Open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 to 5. Shop 380 Discount Warehouse and save big.
Check out the new Trib Live High School Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, pictures, videos, links to our articles, and more. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle Trib Live HSSN. Get in the conversation on Facebook at facebook.com/Trib Live HSSN. And on our YouTube channel, you can find thousands of interviews with local student athletes and coaches, plus highlights and full games. The spot for Western Pennsylvania high school sports on social media this season is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
For a weekly in-depth look at boys and girls high school basketball in the district, log on to the WPIAL Round Ball Report every Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Join experts Chris Harlan, Sean Myers, and James Dotson for coaches' interviews and the latest hoops news around the WPIAL. Oh, and Don Rebel is back on the show as well. That's the WPIAL Round Ball Report, Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Halftime here at the Petersen Events Center. Beaver Bobcats leading the North Catholic Trojanettes 22-11 in the 3 seed. Dominating, really, over North Catholic, maybe more so because the Trojanettes are missing opportunities. But anyway, let's review that first half with a scoring recap from it. Sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering the Stay Strong and Play On program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Yes, Cory, leading all scorers at the half. Bella Posset has 13 points. She has 3 threes, the Robert Morris recruit, and with that has led the Bobcats and everyone with the only player in double figures. I'll go through the rest of the scoring in just a little bit, but it's the Bella Posset show right now. She also has chipped in an assist and 7 rebounds. They'll lead the Bobcats in rebounds as well. So not only scoring but also rebounding. She's been everywhere, making second chances happen for Beaver. Also with 5 points in the first half, Sydney Barney, we saw her make that key three in the second quarter. 2 points for Monotero and 2 points for Paige Ziggis. For Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, they are being led at the half by Tess Meyers with 4, Danny Short with 4. Short also 6 rebounds in that first half. 3 points for Amanda Bucklew off the bench, all 3 making her free throws.
So the score standing at 22-11. Beaver Bobcats already back out of their locker room after they played what they have to feel, Ed, was a terrific first half in terms of where you need to stand. I don't think anybody thought they'd be up 11.
That's interesting that they are back out here already. That is a very quick halftime. Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic not out here. You still have a little over 5 minutes before the start of the second half, and usually I think with about 5 minutes left, Cory, is when they go into the locker room to get the team to come out.
Yeah, Bobcats out here now. North Catholic Trojanettes obviously still in there. And we have the some shoot-around going on right now. 22-11, our score. Bella Posset basically dominated that first half, Ed. How many points did we have there again for Posset?
Oh, Posset leading all scores, 13 points. She had 7 in the first, 6 in the second. The 6 points in the second, both threes, and it was nothing but net.
Yeah, so 13 of the 22. Ed, what is North Catholic going to have to do to get back in this game other than make shots?
Well, they also have North Catholic has 5 turnovers in that first half. Short has 6 rebounds, but you got to get Lewandowski into this game. Lewandowski, the sophomore, she's a 3-shooter. She had 20 points the other night, held scoreless, Cory, in that first half. So you got to get Lewandowski going here in the second half. And really, Myers only with 4 points. She had 17 the other night. Yep. So Myers, Lewandowski, they got to get an offensive surge. The good news for North Catholic is, hey, this is an experienced team. They know how to get the job done. They know they can come back in basketball games, and they'll look to do that here in the second half.
That'll do it for our scoring recap. Now let's kick it down to half court for James Dotson with head coach Greg Houston.
Up from the outside, definitely good, but the defense, you have to be very impressive. A lot of deflections, a lot of turnovers caused.
Yeah, we're doing a good job of keeping their big three in control, and that's really the key with them is, they got 3 really good players, and their other players are really good too. So for us to hold them to 10 is really good, but we got to do it again in another half, so it's going to be tough.
What adjustments do you make, and what do you tell your teammate or to your team to be able to get them and be able to play another half like the first?
You know what? I don't think we need to change much, but we need to keep the same intensity we had during the first half. So that's the key for us.
Very good. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Cory.
Thank you, James. And that was obviously our halftime interview for now, not post-game, halftime interview sponsored by Carlow University, proud sponsor of all girls high school sports here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Ed, what'd you think of those comments by Coach Houston?
Well, he's a confident coach, right? Yeah. And he should be here at halftime. They're the 3 seed. I mean, this isn't the 16th seed or the 14th seed. They've earned the right to be here. They've been impressive with their playoff wins against Bell Vernon. They beat Blackhawk, a very talented Blackhawk Cougar team, just this past Monday night by 7, the number 2 seed in this classification. So, Greg Houston, brings his team out here early in the second half. I think that's a huge statement. And if they go on to win this game, that's something we're going to talk about. Go into the locker room and basically say, hey, girls, we got this.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Let's go back out in the second half. Let's keep the momentum. Let's keep fresh. And how about James Dotson, man? He cleans up well down there. Talking about being a sharp-dressed man.
Learn some lessons. The teacher, James Dotson.
The teacher.
He had to come right from class.
That's right.
Got about 2.5 minutes before the third quarter of play. We'll take a break, come back for that third quarter. Beaver 22, North Catholic 11 at half. It's 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Championships, sponsored by Carlow University on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Check out the new and improved Trib Live High School Sports Network website every day. Log on to hssn.triblive.com for all the schedules, the scores, the standings, great articles, and features from around the WPIAL. And, of course, live and archived broadcasts. If you are a high school sports fan, the only website you will need is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network at hssn.triblive.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveYou.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Back here at the Petersen Events Center, getting ready for the third quarter of play. Beaver 22, North Catholic 11.
If you're a working professional ready to move up in your career, Seton Hill University is a program just for you. Seton Hill's adult degree program offers flexible undergrad degree courses in areas like accounting, criminal justice, business, and human services. The adult degree program has 5 starts a year and offers convenient course times, financial aid, and a 96% placement rate in career services for life. Register for our next info session and learn more at setonhill.edu/ADP. Seton Hill University, this way up.
Teams back out on the floor for this third quarter of play. You heard Coach Molly Rotman, the experienced coach for the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojanettes. Need to find a way to get back in this, and she basically talked about execution as the key factor.
Yeah, absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see how they come out of this halftime locker room here, see if they go on the attack and a little bit more aggressive. They were relaxed in that first half. See if they go right at Beaver here.
Certainly do. Tess Meyers gets the ball, drives in, and she's called for a charge. Bella Posset steps in to take it. Not the start the Trojanettes were looking for. A quick foul on Tess Meyers.
Yeah, Tess Meyers just a little bit too aggressive there, going underneath, puts her shoulder down right in front of the official, and an easy offensive foul call against the Trojanettes. That's not how you want to start off the second half.
Beaver will certainly take it with an 11-point lead. They go back to work. Cory Campano, Ed Troup with you here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Bobcats with the lead in the ball, Sydney Barney. Dribbles right wing, hands now, Bella Posset, leading scorer in this game so far with 13. She has 13, the Trojanettes have 11. Ziggis dribbling around a pick, throws up a wild shot, long rim there, and into the hands of Tess Meyers. Running the other way, come the Trojanettes. Lewandowski a 3, it's short. Rebound tipped out by Danny Short, and they can regroup. She'll drive in, up with the right hand, got it. Danny Short lays it in, and the Trojanettes narrow that gap.
And Danny Short, excellent job getting the offensive rebound, keeping that possession alive for Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, and then goes right back to the attack, lays it off the glass, and a nice hoop for the Trojanettes.
Posset on the left wing now. To Pavlik. Hands to Barney there. Lewandowski out to guard her. Man-to-man now to open the second half for the Trojanettes. Barney, crossover, gets into the lane. Up with the left hand. It was tipped there, but she got it back. Barney tries a little under move there. She was too deep near the baseline, couldn't finish. Trojanettes come the other way. Lewandowski pulls up, hands to Meyers. Tess Meyers thought about a 3, but they'll pull it back out and go to work.
Yeah, nothing there for Meyers, no open look, so does the smart move there to get it back to her guard and Ashley Robbins. And so far, 3 starters for North Catholic scoreless in this game. Robbins, Lewandowski, and Karanickas. Got to get those 3 going as well.
Danny Short catches it at the top of the key, around a pick, misses the layup with the left hand. Montero grabs a rebound off a Robbins' second try. No points again for the Trojanettes. Bobcats with 22 of their own. We'll look to add Pavlik on the right wing, now Barney. And Barney tried to hand to Posset. Tess Meyers tipped it, and Posset lets it roll into the backcourt before she grabs it. Montero comes up for a screen. Posset a crossover move away from it, and then she's tripped from behind by Tess Meyers. Tess Meyers, not even 3 minutes of play into this second quarter, has picked up 2 fouls in this second half.
Yeah, Posset goes on the attack there. You just saw it off the left side into the paint. Draws the foul, but Posset, impressive.
Posset spots open for 3. How do you leave her? In the corner, it's Bella Posset. Give her 16 in the lead up to 12.
4th 3 of the game, and right on cue, I'm saying I'm impressed with Posset. She gets the inbound pass and nails the 3 ball.
Good ball movement here for the Trojanettes, but they wait too long to get it to Lewandowski. She can't shoot a 3-pointer, and Trojanettes will be bailed out here. I believe they got Montero for a reach-in foul.
I'm not too sure there, Montero. Let's take a look at it. Or no, actually, we're going to go back here. This is the open three. Look at that, the inbound pass, and nothing but net. Big shot by the senior for the Bobcats.
They get Emma Pavlik for the reach-in foul, not Montero. That is the team's first of the second half for Beaver. Tess Meyers catches the inbound, throws up a three with a hand in her face, no good, and Danny Short cannot grab the rebound. This just not a good shooting performance for the Trojanettes, Ed. There's really not much else to say about it. They just can't put the ball in the basket right now.
And the longer this game goes on, that they don't start clicking on offense and making those shots, then you're going to start seeing a little bit of worry set in on North Catholic as this game goes on in the second half.
Crossover move from Posset. Boy, she freed herself up there, but the three-pointer didn't fall. Danny Short into the forecourt. Robbins throws it down low. Myers, the catch and turn, can't finish. Got her own rebound and now scores. Tess Meyers with 2. Lead back to 10. And Tess Meyers trying to get it going.
Yeah, Myers with 6 points in this game. And the good news for Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, as I talked about at halftime, Cory, is they do have the talent to come back from a deficit. So, you know, the worry would set in if these shots continue not to fall. Myers doesn't get that first shot to fall, but gets her own rebound, puts it back up.
Barney now on the left elbow. Catches and hands to Posset, but a nice job by Lewandowski to get her hand in there, force it out of bounds. 4:17 left in the third. Bobcats a 10-point lead. North Catholic came into this game averaging near 60 points a game, have just 15.
And again, it's a combination. Beaver's defense, and they're cold from right now, from everywhere on the basketball court, outside, inside.
Had some open looks, just can't hit. Posset had the ball tipped, got it back, threw up a wild shot. Does not fall. Short grabs another rebound. And she'll just dribble it herself into the forecourt. Hand there, Lewandowski into the lane, runs into contact. She's called for a charge. Montero again step in to take it. A charge against Lewandowski. And the third foul of the half for the Trojanettes.
Lewandowski goes right in there. That was a good job that time. You just saw it on the replay of being able to take the charge by Montero. She took that charge all the way, had the feet planted, Cory, right in front of the official, then goes back. An easy offensive charge call.
Posset running the point. Montero comes up to set a pick. Posset runs away from it, kicks to Ziggis in the corner. 3-ball good. Paige Ziggis finally gets a 3 to go. That one was from deep. The Bobcats lead at 28-15.
6 threes by Beaver in this basketball game.
Tess Meyers off a pick. Little stop pop jumper, and she gets it to go. Give her 8. She's been the answer thus far for the Trojanettes, but they need more of it.
And that's been the difference so far in this game. Beaver's been red hot, especially from the outside shooting, and Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic not so much. But you get Myers going now. She has 4 points in this third quarter. As you said, that she's the answer right now. And you go back to her, she's one of the leaders on this team.
Ed, you mentioned earlier in that first half the patience of the Beaver Bobcats. They have no necessity to get going right now. They can wait for a perfect shot.
Yeah, you got the lead against the number 1 seed here in a championship game, and now you're in the second half, so run clock run if you're a Beaver fan.
Here's Ziggis on the right wing, hands to Pavlik, the freshman, driving in, and she's bumped from behind, reach and foul, and a hand check against the Trojanettes.
Yeah, they'll get Ashley Robbins here playing defense. 1 versus 1 right here, see? But it's Ashley Robbins for North Catholic with the foul. Not a shooting foul, though.
And again, wholesale changes for Molly Rotman. That three-player substitution, Pospisil, Foster, and Bucklew all check back in. Inbound to the corner. Barney left open for 3. Got it. That same inbound play they got the Posset a little bit ago. Now it's reversed, and Barney hits it.
7 threes, red hot from the outside, the Beaver Bobcats.
Now Danny Short can't catch a pass down low, a turnover. Bobcats the other way. Barney drives in, floater in the lane, too strong. Short the rebound. 31-17 the score. Trojanettes 21-3 coming into the game, trying to get into it. Tess Meyers yet again, the possible stopper. Give her 10 on the layup. Back to 31-19 with 2:08 left in the third quarter. It's a timeout by Molly Rotman.
Yeah, you're down by 12 here, so you call the timeout by head coach Molly Rotman. You could start to see that your team's making some shots now. Tess Meyers has had a few fall here in this third quarter. You got Danny Short also has 2 points here in this quarter, and I'm sure Coach Rotman right there telling her team, hey, we have the talent, we have the composure. It's only the third quarter, 2:08 left here. plenty of time left. Let's go. Let's get going. And you heard her at halftime. She talked about that. If we can get rid of our nerves and start making some shots, start getting some momentum going in this game, we'll be just fine.
Thought she also made a good point of playing a little tentative, a little scared, and she basically flat out told James down there, we can either play scared or we can not play scared. If we don't play scared, we'll get back into this game. They need a little more edge, as the Bobcats certainly have it on their end, and they're not going anywhere. Leading 31-19. This would be the first WPIAL win for the Bobcats, a championship win. This would be the 18th for the North Catholic Trojanettes if they can come back into this game. On the inbound, they force a turnover. Ziggis was stripped. Foster kicked to the outside, and the Trojanettes will run a set here. Pulling it back up is Emma Pospisil. Right wing Bucklew. Pass inside and a foul call.
Yeah, it looks like, are they going to get Posset here with the foul underneath? Let's see the pass on the outside. They tried to feed the ball underneath. Yeah, that is Posset there playing defense.
Big foul there. That's her third. Meyers on the right wing. Cutting Lewandowski. She's fouled by Montero and will go to the line. Much better set for North Catholic there. We mentioned in the first half, after Molly Rotman had called a timeout, Trojanettes had a nice set, got a bucket. Saw a little bit right there. Unfortunately, Ed, she can't call a timeout every possession.
Yeah, you can't do that. And you just saw there on the replay the nice look pass from Meyers looking for Lewandowski, who drew the foul. And that's the first point of the game, Cory, right there, the free throw by Lewandowski here in the third quarter. And again, she had 20 points the other night, led all scorers in that semifinal win. So I'm sure she is relieved here to get a couple free throws onto the scoring sheet, and Molly Rotman also relieved there.
Makes both, lead back to 10. Posset dribbles around the press that time. She's at the point, driving in, 1-on-2, up with the left hand, what a finish. Bella Posset.
Well, Monotero with the pick right there, and it allowed Posset to go free, and she did a nice move there going right towards the basketball hoop and getting the basket.
Lewandowski launches a three, no good, but Bucklew in there for an offensive rebound. Hands to Meyers, and Meyers brings it back out. Meyers looking to pull the trigger. Instead, we'll pass it up top. Pospisil, right wing, Bucklew. Guarded closely by Pavlik, will hand to Meyers. Meyers frees herself for a three, short. And fighting for the rebound, it's Emma Pavlik ripping it out of there. Has a couple players up there. Barney passes to Ziggis, and Ziggis fouled on the reach-in by Tess Meyers. Good foul there by Meyers to not give up the bucket, but that's number 3 on her, Ed.
How about that rebound by Pavlik back down on the other end for Beaver? She rips, as you said, freshman, 5'6". There you take a look. Look at the pass down court. Almost completing that.
It's a great look from Barney, too. She clearly didn't have a step there, gave it off to Ziggis. And Meyers, an even better foul there because it wasn't shooting. So there's an inbound for the Bobcats, but Meyers has to take a seat with those 3 fouls. Pavlik catches the inbound, throws it up top. Dangerous pass, but Posset has it. Kick to the corner. Ziggis, 3, long. And the rebound fought for and grabbed by Lewandowski. Trojanettes will run. Foster cuts into the lane. Crossover move, hands it off. Bucklew from the baseline, can't hit. And again, it's Pavlik in there fighting for the rebound.
Pavlik just, taking over as a freshman here in this third quarter. Coming up with some big rebounds defensively for Beaver.
26 and counting here in this third quarter. Bella Posset goes left wing, hands to Pavlik. The Bobcats lead by 12 and again can hold for 1. We get a foul as the ball is handed off. And it's going to go against Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic. Cassie Foster couldn't believe it. She thought that it was an illegal screen on Emma Pavlik. She may have a case there.
Yeah, it did look like it was a screen that pushed Foster right there. You see her into the foul. If so, that should have been going the other way, but either way, Beaver retains possession.
Yeah, they'll roll it now. 15 seconds, Sydney Barney pulls it out, up near half court. Danny Short all the way out to guard her. And now Barney right wing. 5 seconds left. Barney looking to free herself up. Jump just inside the three-point line. Shot is short, no good. Rebound Lewandowski. That'll do it for the third quarter. Beaver 33, North Catholic 21. We'll be back for the Class 4A Girls WPIAL Championship, sponsored by Carlow University, here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
AstroTurf, a pioneer in sports surfacing, proudly supports high school athletics. Visit one of their 280 fields in the tri-state area to see their cutting-edge technology. AstroTurf's focus on R&D enables them to provide innovative surfaces that protect athletes and stand the test of time. AstroTurf now propels performance with iconic turf fields and legendary Record-Tan tracks. They manufacture, build, and maintain a full range of turf and track systems for total quality control. Learn more at astroturf.com.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Back for the fourth quarter of play on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Cory Campano, Ed Troup with you. Beaver Bobcats were 3 for 5 from three-point range in that quarter. They were 1 of 7 inside the arc, but hey, they lead by 12 on the scoreboard.
Greg Houston will take that all night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll exchange missed field goals in the paint for big three balls from the outside.
Only stat category that Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic is proud of right now. They are ahead by 10 in the rebound margin, 27-17. Danny Short has 10 of those. But again, down 12, and we go to work. Bella Posset rolled over, lost the basketball in the lane. Then Barney was blocked there by Bucklew. Trojanettes running the other way. Lewandowski left open for three. Instead, she'll drive and finish with the right hand. A nice move.
Now Lewandowski now with 4 points in this game, 2 late free throws in that third quarter, and a nice bucket to start off the fourth quarter.
33-23 our score. Bella Posset the other way for the Bobcats. Dribbles left wing. Hands to Pavlik. Now Barney, and she picks her dribble up and asks for some help, and Pavlik finally over to get the basketball. North Catholic extends the defense a little bit here and almost forces a turnover. That was Bucklew again reaching in.
You know, both these teams, we start the fourth quarter, Beaver 33 total points, North Catholic 23. During the playoffs, you saw Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic with 58 in that win against Central Valley, total offensive scored. 49 against Ambridge. Again, tonight only 23 so far into the fourth frame. And even Beaver, they had 63 against Bell Vernon and 53 against Blackhawk. They're only at 33, so this has been a defensive battle between these two teams.
Pavlik loses the basketball at the top of the key. North Catholic will have it, a turnover by the Bobcats. Got to limit those as the Trojanettes are trying to get back into this game. Down 10, Danny Short frees up down low, scores and gets the foul. That is the fourth on Bella Posset. A big foul there, and Danny Short is able to finish. Chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, Posset underneath here goes in to try to get a block, but a little bit too much there on Danny Short. Short and one. She has 8 points in this basketball game, Cory, and possibly 9 upcoming.
To go with those 10 rebounds. Danny Short at the line. Connects.
Big three-point play for North Catholic.
Very manageable 7-point deficit now. Trojanettes fighting back, getting their crowd into it as well. Bobcats now. Posset will stay in with the 4 fouls, hands it off, and now Montero at the top of the key fouled on a reach-in. They will get Kylie Lewandowski.
And Lewandowski a little bit aggressive there. Comes in, you're going to take a look. They try to get the pass over to Montero, and then boom, right there. Foul called. Easy for the official right in front.
If you're going to foul anybody to put at the line, it's Camille Montero. Not the greatest of free throw shooters, but she gets this one to go. Had a game earlier this season, Beaver versus Blackhawk, when Beaver won that game to tie for the section win, tie for the section lead in Section 2, and Montero was 0 of 7 at the free throw line. She misses that one, 1 of 2 this trip, and ball knocked out of bounds by Pavlik, but lead 34-26. Trojanettes will take over. Remember that Beaver will shoot free throws the rest of the way.
And again, we talked about during the first half, these championship games so important.
So we get a timeout taken by Greg Houston. Full timeout taken. Bobcats 34, Trojanettes 26.
Just to finish up that point real quick, the team that, of course, shoots better from the free throw line, you're going to win championship games. Simple as that. Everybody knows that. It follows the game of basketball, and that'll continue to happen here tonight. We'll see how it plays out down the stretch. If you're a working professional ready to move up in your career, Seton Hill University is a program just for you. Seton Hill's adult degree program offers flexible undergrad degree courses in areas like accounting, criminal justice, business, and human services. The adult degree program has 5 start dates a year and offers convenient course times, financial aid, and a 96% placement rate and career services for life. Register for our next info session and learn more at setonhill.edu/ADP. Seton Hill University, this way up.
Greg Houston taking his first time out in this game. I mean, really, if you think about it, Ed, that was more so to calm them down more than anything. That's the first time that really you could say he had to take a timeout in this entire contest.
Yeah, and because you could start to feel the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic momentum in this basketball game starting to pick up, especially here in the fourth quarter, outscoring Beaver so far in the first couple of minutes, 5-1.
Trojanettes with the basketball. Danny Short grabs it at the top of the key, drives in hard, goes up with the right hand. Contact, no call, miss, and an offensive rebound put back for Bucklew.
How about Bucklew with that offensive rebound? I mean, she goes between 2-3 defenders, grabs that basketball, and puts it back up for points.
Posset the drive. She was looking to get that and one call, but the hand check foul was called well before the shot. Nevertheless, Bella Posset will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
Yeah, Posset right there. Drives in the paint, goes up with a shot, draws the foul. And in this basketball game, 15 points to lead all scorers.
They get 16 with that free throw. 35-28.
She missed 2 free throws back in the second quarter. That was her only trip so far here tonight. So now 1 of 3 from the charity stripe.
And that one rolls off the edge of the rim. Barney fights down low against Short, and it's going to work out. They say Danny Short touched that basketball last. Beaver basketball. That could be a big change of play there as we get towards the end of this basketball game. Barney. Catch at the top of the key, hands to Posset. Pressure out on Bella Posset. Now she drives, almost lost it, but kicks to Pavlik. Pavlik, cross-court pass Ziggis. Little floater down low. Barney looks for an opening there. Dribbles into the corner and now pulls it back up top. Ziggis. Handing to Pavlik.
And this is the game we saw Beaver play in the first half. Very patient. They're not going to take any bad shots here. They're going to try to protect a 7-point fourth quarter lead.
That's what they want, a Bella Posset drive, but she can't finish. Was looking for a foul call, instead loses the basketball out of bounds. Beaver student section disagrees.
I don't know. Close call there on the end line. Several players from both teams involved there. But either way, it goes to North Catholic. Here come the Trojanettes.
Trojanettes the other way. Pospisil on the right wing will hand off. Myers up top, Bucklew. Now to Lewandowski, open for 3. Can't hit. Follows her shot, though. Gets her rebound, drives, and draws a foul. North Catholic climbing back into this contest. Lewandowski will shoot 2.
Now Lewandowski does a good job that time. Misses the 3, but follows up the shot. What do they teach you, Cory, when you're trying to learn the game of basketball, when you're in first and second grade? Follow your shot. And Lewandowski does a good job that time, getting her own rebound and drawing a foul.
Pavlik's called for the foul, team 5th on the Beaver Bobcats. Lewandowski hits her first free throw. Now another substitution on the way for the Trojanettes. Lucy Waskowicz will check in. Danny Short will take a breather.
You know, this is a low-scoring championship game, but it's been a lot of fun. I mean, this has been a great game between the number 3 seed in Beaver and the number 1 seed in Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic. Pretty clean played, too, throughout, Cory.
Yep, no doubt. Montero checking back in as well for Beaver. Buckenheimer takes a seat. Second free throw. Lewandowski can't hit, and immediately Montero makes an impact. Good box to grab that rebound. 6-point lead for Beaver and the basketball. Posset drives, looks for an opening, kicks to Pavlik in the corner. She won't force that shot, goes back to Bella Posset. And she will pull it even further out now. Posset dribbles around the defender. Hands down low. Pavlik now to Montero. Back to Posset. Left open for 3. Got it! Bella Posset again.
Bella Posset has been a lot of fun to watch here tonight as she drains her 4th 3 of the game.
Foul called on the floor here. Molly Rotman cannot believe it. As Tess Meyers drove, finished the play, thought it would have been a 3-point play.
Lewandowski goes baseline right there, draws the foul, goes up with the shot.
North Catholic needs more of that. Inbound play up top to Myers. Open look from 3. Myers can't hit, short. Offensive rebound, though, will tip to the corner for Lewandowski. Lewandowski fumbles a bit. North Catholic holds possession. Bucklew on the left wing. Fakes a pass, now goes cross court, Tess Meyers. Barney challenging her, but Myers will not hoist one there.
Good defense by Beaver here. Nothing open underneath in the paint. You can see it right there. Nobody open.
So Lewandowski's going to have to drive and take a crazy shot from the right wing. Floats it up with a little kiss off the glass. It falls, and a big bucket for the Trojanettes.
7 points now in the basketball game for Lewandowski. Big hoop there for North Catholic to pull this within 7 of Beaver.
Posset will drive. Look for an open opportunity. Draws a blocking foul. She'll go back to the line. That was Waskowicz stepping in there to try and draw it, but Bella Posset gets the call. Ed, you got to love this. I mean, look at the aggressiveness here. She's got 4 fouls. Wouldn't know it.
Yeah, she's going right at it. She knows there's a WPIAL championship on the line, as you said, the first ever for Beaver, as she makes that first free throw. But, you know, that's who, if I'm head coach Greg Houston, I'm going to put the ball right into my seniors' hands right here. Here's her 3 from earlier. Nothing but net. Boom.
She's got such a smooth stroke, jump shot wise, and you've seen on hand how many times, can't even count her drive and draw contact here this evening. Terrific player. Robert Morris certainly getting a good one, as she has a perfect trip at the line. Greg Houston takes a 30-second timeout. Beaver 40, North Catholic 31. Ed, we've got 3:34 left in this contest. How much longer do we got to teeter with the margin here before North Catholic fans have to get a little worried?
Well, you know, up until this little run that we've seen Beaver go on, you had the big 3 by Posset. Now she makes a couple free throws. Montero was at the free throw line just a little bit ago. Before that, I really felt, up until that last time out taking my Beaver, that North Catholic had the momentum back in this game, that they were starting to put things together. But Beaver has now answered with Posset, their senior, playing with 4 fouls. Boy, I hate to say it, but if Posset would foul out in this game, that could be the door that could open for North Catholic here late and possibly get them back to this game. So for right now, Beaver, try to get that lead extended as much as you can in case that scenario would present itself.
To your point, yesterday we saw Chartiers Houston fall to Vincentian Academy, in the girls' championship. Williamson fouled out with like 7 minutes left, and Chartiers Houston didn't have another player to go to. Beaver cannot afford for that to happen with Posset. You're right, Ed. North Catholic again out of a timeout. It's a bucket. Danny Short, the layup and the foul, give her a double-double, and she'll go to the line to complete another 3-point play.
Look at Danny Short. Wants to pass it, no. She's going to take it right to the house. Goes up with it, draws the foul off the glass. And Short, again, nothing but Short. 6'1" junior at the free throw line. Has 11 points in this game.
Completes the 3-point play. Give her 12. 3:21 on the clock, and again this lead back to 6 for Beaver.
And we've seen Short do that 3-point play now twice here in this 4th quarter, and that's keeping some life left in North Catholic here. Only 6-point difference between these two teams. This is when we've seen Posset make a couple big shots. Let's see if she does it again.
There we go. Drive down the left side, gets a little pick up top, and then takes it the rest of the way, draws a foul. She will go back to the line for Beaver. And if this is Tess Meyers, which it is, that's 4 on her. So the 2 leading scorers with 4 fouls. Posset cannot hit the first free throw.
Posset has missed 4 free throws in this basketball game, 2 here in the 4th quarter. That's been the only downside to her championship night.
That one looked good. Straight through. Lead back to 7.
Championship game night, not championship yet. Still 3 minutes to go.
Kick up top. North Catholic, Lewandowski now left wing, crosses over, gets by Montero and scores with the left hand. What a move there, Lewandowski.
Lewandowski having a big fourth quarter now. 7 points in the fourth frame for the Trojanettes.
Bella Posset. Nifty move there to get by Pospisil. Posset throws it down low. Barney avoids a double team spin. Up with the right hand. Nice finish. Over top of the defender Foster. Barney able to lay it in.
And Sydney Barney now with 10 points in this basketball game. 5 here in the second half.
Pace of play has certainly picked up as Tess Meyers scores on the other end.
Meyers with 12.
43-38. That Beaver lead just at 5 points. Posset on the right wing. Drives. Kicks out. Pavlik smartly will just run time. Throws it inside now. Montero looks back door. Nothing there. Out to Ziggis. She'll launch from 3. Can't hit. Danny Short another rebound. Here come the Trojanettes. Short runs length of the floor. Up with the right hand. Got it. The roll off the front. Rolled about halfway around the rim and then ended up falling. A full timeout taken by head coach Molly Rotman. North Catholic only trails by 3. We'll be back for the last minute and 51 seconds. It's the 2018 4A WPIAL Girls Basketball Championships, sponsored by Carlo University on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveYou.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Cory Campano, Ed Troup here with you. Ed, this is an honor to call this one. We are coming down to the wire. 43-40 is our score now. That big lead by Beaver has dwindled. And North Catholic, you mentioned earlier, they had momentum. Beaver got it back. I would say it's clearly on the Trojanette side of the basketball right now.
And right there, you see head coach Molly Rotman. She knows, as you just said, Cory, that they have the momentum back in their favor. They're only down by 3 here. 1:51 to go. This has been a great championship game here from the Pete tonight.
They go back to the full court press. It's just a soft press, though, man-to-man, and Posset dribbles across the timeline. Avoids a double team. Dribbling through the entire defense, but she can't get the layup to fall. Whistle did blow, a foul called. Bella Posset has taken over for the Beaver Bobcats, and she'll go back to the free throw line.
I mean, you're going to take a look at it right here. Posset, I don't know how she gets that shot off. Danny Short's right in front of her. I think Short was worried that if she stepped in front and put a hand up, she could be possibly called with a foul, but boy, Bella Posset just so talented for the Beaver Bobcats.
I was really surprised, actually, Ed, you mentioned how'd she get that shot off. I was surprised once she did that it didn't fall. It was rolling on the front of the rim there and just fell off. She hits the first free throw, though, and hits the second as well. 2 points for the Bobcats, lead back to 5. Trojanettes the other way. Lob pass inside, tipped out of the hands of Myers, and a foul called, a push from behind. Believe that was Pavlik again. That's going to put Tess Meyers at the free throw line. It is Pavlik.
As Danny Short was right there as well. Good timing. The foul wasn't called to possibly go up for a shot in the paint with the offensive rebound, but foul was called before that. So as you said, heading to the line, Tess Meyers, and some big free throws here, down by 5 in a championship game with almost, 92 seconds left in the contest.
And that was the 5th foul for Emma Pavlik. She has fouled out of the contest. Buckenheimer checks back in. You heard the nice cheer from afar there that Pavlik got running over. She played some key minutes, the freshman here tonight for Beaver. As Tess Meyers hits the first free throw, gets this one now, and hits that as well. So lead back to 3. 90 seconds remaining, Bella Posset back to work, dribbling across the timeline. Another hand check foul called against the Trojanettes. This time it's Emma Pospisil. That will put Posset back on the line.
And Posset again so far here tonight. You see her there going up court. Just a little bit too much defense by Pospisil. But she's missed here today, as we said, 4 free throws, but has made 6 free throws here in this fourth quarter. That's when it counts. Who cares about the other ones you missed earlier in the game? Just make them now.
Misses this one, though.
Greg Houston would disagree with me. I'm sure he wants to see all the free throws go down.
Greg Houston, you mentioned at halftime, Ed, confident coach. He has not wavered at all with his emotions, but he will take a full timeout here, 1:27 to go. A 4-point lead for the Bobcats. We'll be back. It's the 4A Girls Championship, sponsored by Cardinal University here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment, lifestyles, opinion, weather, photo galleries, video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
Inside the WPIAL Wrestling Circle every Monday at 7 o'clock on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Each week, we'll take a look at the latest happenings on the mat from around the WPIAL, talk with coaches, and get you set for what's to come as the season rolls on. Come out and see us every Monday as the show we broadcast live from 40 Bar and Grill just west of Washington on Route 40, inside the WPIAL Wrestling Circle, every Monday night at 7 o'clock only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
1:27 to play. Cory Campano, Ed Troup with you. It's a 4-point lead for the Beaver Bobcats. Greg Houston just took his third timeout. Each team has 2 left. Trojanette basketball, Ed, we've mentioned numerous times, out of timeouts. North Catholic has seemed to execute well on offense. They need another bucket here.
Let's see if they go outside. Only down by 4 here. You don't have to get a 3 ball. Plenty of time left.
Short drives and draws a foul. A hand check foul called against Buckenheimer, and the reaction. Boy, I look across the way, and Greg Houston just looks to the heavens as if to say, I cannot believe that they just called that foul. I didn't see much.
No. Yeah, you just saw in the replay there, short underneath, barely bumped, but she is 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Both shots coming here in the fourth quarter.
Connects here as well. Danny Short has played a complete basketball game for the Trojanettes.
15 points now, Cory, in this game.
Yeah, I got her at 11 rebounds, so that double-double numbers just adding on here. Short connects there as well. Perfect again. This lead down to 2. Bobcats 46, Trojanettes 44. Here comes Bella Posset. Across the timeline. Pulls up, throws into the middle, Montero. Double team from behind, hands to Barney. Barney dribbling away from Lewandowski, will hand it back to Bella Posset. We're under a minute. Posset avoids a couple defenders. The Trojanettes try to double team her. They can't, and eventually Lewandowski has to foul her.
Well, this is the moment you've waited for if you're Bella Posset. You're the senior, you're the leader, and you've pretty much have been in control of this basketball game all night long. You see the double team there in the foul. And now you're at the charity stripe with just 53 seconds left.
Money.
Trying to make this a 2-possession game if you can make a couple free throws.
She got the first. It's now 3 points, and Posset, as you said, Ed, can make this a 2-possession game here. Cannot. Misses short on the free throw, but the ball knocked out of bounds. Called out on North Catholic.
How about that? Beaver
may have gotten a break there. Nevertheless, they get the ball for the inbound from the baseline. Hand it to Montero. Montero picks up her dribble, kicks out to Ziggis, and now Barney. Bobcats allowing the Trojanettes to come to them, and it's stripped. Cassie Foster takes it the whole way. She missed the layup. Rebound offensively for the Trojanettes was taken in by Pospisil. She hands it back to Foster, who gets fouled. What a weird series of events right there.
Yeah, underneath, Foster gets the pass as it was kept alive by Pospisil and draws the foul to go to the free throw line, but it was Foster. Give her credit. She's the one that came up with the big steal for North Catholic.
At the line, got the first to fall. Cassie Foster, the 5'6" sophomore guard, brings it to within 2 points and now within 1. A big trip for the Trojanettes. Molly Rotman will take a timeout. Ed, we'll keep it right here. This is getting interesting. 47-46, 37 seconds left on the game clock here What more could you ask for in a championship game?
Well, I believe the number 1 seed, North Catholic, I don't think they've led since early on in that first quarter. It's pretty much been all Beaver throughout this basketball game.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they have led.
No, I don't think.
Yeah.
And so now, I mean, we've seen this lead as much as, 11, 12, 13 points in this basketball game. Now when it matters the most, under a minute to go, 36 seconds to go, Cory, North Catholic is now pulled within 1. And again, they're the champion until proven otherwise. The number 1 seed taking on a 3 seed that has never won a WPIAL girls basketball championship.
You want to talk about just two opposite ends of the spectrum. You've got kind of a young team with North Catholic, but they're the ones that have won all the titles. You've got a senior-led team in the Beaver Bobcats with a younger coach that have never even been to the WPIAL title game. Clashing here, and we've got a 1-point game with around 30 seconds left. It's an honor to be covering this one, Ed.
Oh, absolutely. This has been a great game. Low scoring for most of it, but now here we go. 1-point game and a Class 4A championship here in the WPIAL on the line.
Inbound will be triggered in from Ziggis. Ziggis can run the baseline because it was a made shot. Hands to Posset. Posset avoids a double team, but threw a dangerous pass to Sydney Barney. Barney threw it away now. Stolen by Pospisil. She picks up her dribble. Kicks it to Meyers in the corner. Back up top now, Pospisil. 23 and counting. Lewandowski drives baseline. Tough shot, doesn't fall. Meyers an offensive rebound and a score. Bobcats got to hurry up now. 13 seconds. Bella Posset. It's across half court. They're down by 1. Posset gets to the rim, finds Barney, and she's fouled. Whistle blew from that official looking right at the play. Danny Short thought she had a clean block. Contact called. The foul against Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic puts Sydney Barney at the line, and the Bobcats trail by 1.
The senior, you just saw it there on the replay. What a great pass finding Barney on the left side. Look at that right there. Barney keeps that possession alive, and then throws it away. Look on the steal. Pospisil.
Barney, a big free throw, gets it to go. The game is tied at 48.
Only 5 seconds left here, so Barney makes this. You'll expect North Catholic. They'll call timeout, I'm sure.
Second free throw. Good. Sydney Barney, the senior, 2 clutch free throws. Bobcats get that 1-point lead right back. And on cue, as you said, Ed, timeout called. A full timeout. Ed, cannot stress the situation enough that I'm sure Molly Rotman of any coach in the WPIAL has something to draw up here, but what are you looking at if you're North Catholic? This is a baseline inbound and only 5 seconds. You don't need a 3, but it might have to be a 3-point shot that you throw up.
Yeah, 5 seconds. I mean, it's enough time to get the basketball past midcourt, set something up. It's got to be quick.
Yeah.
Unless somebody breaks loose here, and that's for Beaver. That's the key now. Beaver's in this timeout right there. You see Greg Houston. He's telling his girls right now to make sure you have everything covered down court, because if somebody breaks loose for North Catholic, you get a quick pass off. Look out. They could have a possible game winner inside the paint. But you got to be quick.
Just a crazy sequence of events there, too, as we see on our screen right now. Posset went the whole way, finds Barney, and Danny Short thought she got all ball right there, but body contact was the call. Sydney Barney hits both free throws. Bobcats a 1-point lead. Trojanettes to trigger from the baseline.
What a game.
Cassie Foster to inbound. Gets it to Meyers. Meyers across the timeline. 3 seconds left. Drives in. Contact, no call. Meyers gets the floater to go! The Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojanettes win their 18th WPIAL title. Tess Meyers, the floater from the left elbow, gives the Trojanettes the victory, and heartbreak for the Bobcats.
Unbelievable, Cory. At the buzzer, Tess Meyers, the sophomore, 5'9". We talked about her being an outside player and inside player. She's an inside player when it matters the most. What a shot for North Catholic and for Beaver. You got to be sick right now.
Bella Posset, the highlight player for the Bobcats, puts her head down as she walked over to shake hands. Tess Meyers, the game winner for the Trojanettes, 50-49. What a comeback by Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic. Wow, unbelievable. Victory pulled off for the Trojanettes. They win it by 1 point on the Tess Meyers floater. We'll take a short break, come back for the medal ceremony. It's the WPIAL Girls Basketball Championship sponsored by Cardinal University on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Before we cut it away here, stick with it. We will take a break and come back for the medal ceremony. Stay tuned on the Trib Live Sports Network.
For a weekly in-depth look at boys and girls high school basketball in the district, log on to the WPIAL Round Ball Report every Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Join experts Chris Harlan, Sean Myers, and James Dotson for coaches' interviews and the latest hoops news around the WPIAL. Oh, and Don Rebel is back on the show as well. That's the WPIAL Round Ball Report, Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. North Catholic 50, Beaver 49. An incredible finish. We'll see it again right here.
Yeah, you're going to see the inbound pass here go, and watch Tess Meyers. Beaver comes back defensively. They don't go for anything here. And is that an offensive foul right there? I'm not sure. Myers kind of hit off the defender on Barney, but she drains the game winner. It's not called that way. Boom, boom call. And for Myers, unfortunately for North Catholic, Cory, they answer the bell when it matters the most and win a WPIAL championship.
I love, first off, great job by our crew to just have that ready to go here for the replay. Final shot from Tess Meyers. I don't think it was a foul. I really don't. I think that there was a little incidental contact there. Barney was pressuring Myers with a little arm, but she didn't extend the arm fully. What a shot. Tess Meyers to finish the game. And that's who you want in that spot. Molly Rotman drew it up yet again as we see the Trojanettes celebrating down on the court. They were down by 15 at one point, come all the way back and win at 50-49.
They scored 29 points in the fourth quarter. They had 21 for the first 3 quarters, which means they scored more points in the fourth quarter than they did for the first 3 quarters combined. They outscored Beaver 29-16 in that fourth and final frame. And title number 18 was just as excited. There you see head coach Molly Rotman excited, hugging some of her players, but right there for the Beaver Bobcats, your heart has to go out for them. They led pretty much this entire basketball game.
And you see the silver medals being presented to your head coach, Greg Houston, as they go down the line. Let's take it to our scoring recap here in a second here. But before we get to that, Molly Rotman in her 19th season just got her 7th WPIAL title as a head coach. She won 3 as a player. And Molly Rotman had numerous play calls diagnosed at the end of every timeout and gets Tess Meyers freed up for that winner there. Now we'll kick it to the scoring recap, sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering the Stay Strong and Play On program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Bella Posset, the senior for Beaver, leads all scorers with 26 points in the loss. She had a magical night. What a championship game for her. She's going to get the silver medal there, but big night. 3 points for Camille Monotero, 12 points for Sydney Barney, 8 points for Paige Zigas, and for Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, 18 points for Tess Meyers, but it'll be those final 2 points for Tess Meyers that mattered the most, and 16 points for Danny Short, 9 points tonight for Kylie Lewandowski, 5 points for Bucklew off the bench, 2 points for Cassie Foster. Quickly, 33 rebounds for Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic here tonight. And a lot there in that fourth quarter. 18 total rebounds for Beaver, 6 assists, team assists for Beaver, and 4 team assists there for Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic. Danny Short tonight, 11 rebounds to go along with that big offensive performance of 16 points here tonight for the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojanettes, who are victorious once again.
And once again, just to round it out, Ed, give us that score by quarter, just to see this discrepancy here of how North Catholic came back in this game.
Absolutely. Beaver, 9 points in the first, 13 in the second, 11 in the third, 16 in the fourth for a total of 49. Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic, just 3 points in the first, 8 in the second, 10 in the third, which means they had 21 through the first 3 quarters. They scored 29 points in the fourth quarter for a total of 50 in this game.
Crazy.
And again, none more important than the 2-point field goal there at the end by Tess Meyers.
And you look at the reaction here. I mean, every single WPIAL title is special. This is their 18th heartbreak for the Beaver Bobcats. Let's give them, if we could, a little round of applause here. I mean, a terrific performance. Their first ever trip to the Petersen Events Center in the WPIAL championship game. They lose in heartbreak fashion, but they have nothing to hang their heads about. Played a terrific game. North Catholic was just able to regroup and come back. Molly Rotman, her 7th WPIAL title as a head coach.
And you see her right there congratulating her players. And, Coach Rotman, you got to give her credit. And this is why she is one of the, if not the best high school basketball coach currently out there in the WPIAL. In my opinion, she is. And there's a lot of good ones out there. With all due respect to them, I've seen this. I saw North Catholic a year ago beat Blackhawk here at the Pete for a WPIAL championship. I've seen Coach Rotman's team a couple times this year. When you talk to her, you can see the confidence in her players out there. But how about tonight? I mean, your team only scores 21 points for those first 3 quarters, then you motivate them and draw it up for 29, including the game winner at the end. What a coaching performance tonight by Molly Rotman, and what a job by North Catholic. But for Beaver as well, Cory, just a heartbreaking championship loss.
North Catholic started off shooting terribly in this game. They end up finishing shooting 38%. None more important than the Tess Meyers floater. 16 of 21 at the free throw line was another big stat for the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojanettes, who win this game 50-49 to grab their 18th WPIAL title as a school. Before we cut it away, Ed, let's see that final shot one more time. The final replay, Tess Meyers going the length of the floor to finish it for the Trojanettes.
Yeah, again, what do you do if you're Beaver here? Do you go back defensively and put pressure on? No, they fall back and they just put it in the hands of Meyers. Drains it. What a shot. I mean, that one will be out there for a long time for North Catholic.
Celebration on the court. Molly Rotman numerous times drew up play calls out of timeouts to get the Trojanettes in position to score. None more important than right there. And Tess Meyers, the person in control, the woman that they wanted with the basketball, drives the length of the floor and finishes the game.
And Meyers, again, only a sophomore, 5'9", had 17 last Monday night, and here tonight comes through with 18 points in the championship game. And there you go, North Catholic, your 2018 Class 4A WPIAL champs again.
Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic 50, Beaver 49, and again we're going to see just the celebration here after this play too. Watch Sydney Barney try and step up, little contact, no hesitation for Meyers, floater with the right hand. The Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojanettes, their 18th title. What more can you say about the resilience from this team?
Well, that's the other thing, too. There's a collision there. You got 1 second left. You got to compose yourself to get that shot off if you're Tess Meyers.
Yeah.
And she does so to win the game, drain the shot, and get the big victory here tonight.
See the final signal here from the Trojanette players up to their crowd, signaling victory for the Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic Trojanettes, 50-49 over the Beaver Bobcats for their 18th WPIAL title. For my partner Ed Troup, I'm Cory Campano signing off. It has been the 4A Girls Championship game here, sponsored by Carlow University on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
You have been listening to exclusive coverage of the 2018 WPIAL basketball playoffs on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, home of the Stay Strong and Play On program, by Seton Hill University, This Way Up, by Excella Health, proud sponsor of the Trib High School Sports Network studios, by AstroTurf, by Carlow University, sponsor of the 2018 WPIAL girls basketball playoffs, and by Trib Total Media. For updates on the path to the Pete, log on every day to tribhssn.triblive.com. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.